trick stabbed. Hello everybody all over the world. Got it. Welcome to the new ambassador episode that has all spies all over the world in the pinch. Whoever those who relied heavily on the ambassador to do well, whatever they went, whatever they did, and now it is broken. It sucks. Their life has no meaning. They're gonna quit the game. Life is hard. That also happened to a lot of people when Team Fortress 2 first added the cosmetic hats. The game's integrity was forever ruined, and now they no longer play. So fuck them. So the ambassador changed quite a lot. It used to be a weapon that was really hard to use, but in the right hands was pretty much next to unstoppable combined with the Dead Ringer. So basically what they did is that you need to be like close to shoot, but after a certain distance you don't do 102, here you do 95, and if we go even further away, it's like 54, and then 54, yeah. So it's like the sweet spots around, you know, here somewhere, like a little closer, 102, all the way at the back, 94, so it's like around here. This is the distance where it remains unchanged. Any further than that, it does less damage, and you can have whatever other YouTuber do the math and figure out the DPS of the spy is forever broken, and the revolver is better, and the ambassador just sucks. But before we even get started, because I have a lot to get out of the way, before we get started, I just want to get one thing absolutely clear out of the way, and I'm going to make sure that everybody hears this.
Spy is not a sniper!
Was that clear? Headphone users, I'm not sorry. Are we clear on that? Spy's not a sniper. Is that okay? Spy is a class that needs... I'm gonna have to fucking use the board right now because there's a lot of people who think like, oh, spies should be able to snipe because I don't fucking know. It's what I've been doing since the ambassador came out. Blah. All right, so here we have the spy board, and this is what I've written down is true for the spy. Oh, shit. It's supposed to... Wait, hold on. I wasn't ready. Shit, that's my table. And that's the thing. That's the screen. Anyway, all right, so you can see what I've written is that deception, infiltration is like the two key points for the spy. Because, believe it or not, you can become invisible, people can't see you, and you can disguise yourself and you can infiltrate enemy ranks. And what spy's really good at is killing sentries, snipers, and getting whatever picks. Like if a person is like out of position by themselves, if you as a spy come to them, stab them, disguise, nobody's seen you, that guy's just dead, nobody knows why. If you're any other class but spy, you are now occupying that space and people can see you. That is such a crucial part of spy that just gets glossed over by people who run the damage test. Yes, of course the revolver is higher DPS than the ambassador right now. But it's not about damage, it's about the other thing that you can't really fuck. I haven't hotkeyed this. Damn it. All right, so, and getting picks. So that's what it's about. Do you get it? And that's the range, like 1,200 hammer units. Because if you look at the spy effective, let me show you. If you look at the spy effective range, this is the spy, right? Here you instant kill everybody, right? So wouldn't that be better just to do that instead of trying to shoot them at within this range or longer than the range? Whatever, you get my point. So, that out of the way, I'm gonna make fun of a lot of people. Spy mains. Spy's the weakest class in the game because he relies on deception. And if your disguise is blown, you should switch. So that's why like Highlander sucks, because you always have a spy at all times, and it kind of ruins the suspense. But I did some information gathering because a lot of people, when this happened, it blew up. So I have some people here. I'm not sure if they're all spy mains, but a lot of them are. So I'm going to be name dropping some people. And the reason I'm name dropping these guys is because they've gone out publicly with these statements in other videos on Twitter, whatever. So the first one comes from Cytix, and he thinks it's a complete overkill on the nerf. Kills the aggressive revolver spy playstyle. By revolver, I'm sure he means ambassador, which is the only viable playstyle against people who aren't potatoes. And Cytix or Cytox, I think it's Cytix, whatever. I'm sorry if I get your name wrong. He's upset that he can't do as much damage that he used to be able to do at long range as Spy, but he's fine with the Deadringer nerf. He thinks that Spy is the weakest class. Now, Starry Crow doesn't think the skill needed to be good with the Ambassador who made the weapon OP. Spy's still the weakest class, and he's mad at how easy it is to be good with Pyro after the update. Which is true, it's very easy to be good with Pyro these days. We have Woolen Sleevelet, who's probably done the most work out of anyone so far making videos. So I highly, if you want to know like the true DPS definition and the differences, if you think that shit's important, go check that out. Woolen Sleevelet is the name. I'm sure you can find it if you just search for Ambassador stuff. He thinks that he wants to know why people aren't complaining that the medic can do 75 damage at long range. And the reason people aren't complaining about that is because that is a projectile, and whenever the medic fires that projectile, he isn't building Uber. And you can see the projectile coming, and you can dodge it. However, if someone clicks your head with the Ambassador, the old Ambassador, you took 102 damage and you couldn't do shit about it. And then the guy who shot you disappeared. Why Demo has no fall off on his grenades, why people aren't complaining about that. Well, the reason is that they're not that fast and you can see them coming and they arc. And it's very hard to hit people, and then he has to reload for a long time. And then again, he just can't vanish into thin air whenever he takes damage and get away. He can't do that. Once the demo's out, he has to reload, he's stationary. And he also wants to know like why people aren't complaining about why the flare gun does 90 damage at long range. Once again, projectile and the target already has to be on fire, which means the pyro has to either flare him twice, burn him, and then shoot him. And with the current flamethrower, you don't have to flare him at long range. You just fucking burn him. It's really good. And while people are fine with the Diamondback, that is true. Diamondback is absolutely broken and bullshit and stupid, and it shouldn't be what it is at all. He also mentioned that the revolver outshines the Ambassador at long range, unless you're dealing with Razorback snipers. Woolen Sleevelet thinks that good aim equals high skill ceiling, means that the skill ceiling is now lower because it now restricts your movement as well. So I would say the skill ceiling is higher than ever because you have to be closer, you have to factor in positioning to be closer within the range you are effective. Other than just, yeah, sure, landing a headshot from far away. It's really hard, but it's even harder to be at like the sweet spot to do 102 damage all the time because you have to be closer to the target to do so. Yes. And then we had, I'm sorry, just going to take a while before we get into all this stuff. Then we had Toast, a guy who I had the pleasure of playing against in Deutschland some years ago, I think. And he is probably the best Ambassador spy there ever was, because if I played a sniper, I just died. Because when I, as a sniper, when I go into sniper mode, my vision turns into this, and I move really slowly. When the spy enters sniper mode with the Ambassador, he just holds it and maintains full speed and full ability to cloak disguise, run around, see everything, and still headshot at the same time. And I think that was maybe one of the biggest concerns, is that you maintain full view of everything despite being able to snipe. Which, if anybody remembers, you could do that in early Sniper in 2007. If you hit like left and right mouse button at the same time, you would scope and then headshot instantly. So the Sniper was basically like an Ambassador, and they patched that because it was broken at high levels, similar to how this is broken on high levels too. But yeah, Toast, incredibly good sniper, frustrating to play against. Whenever I scoped, I couldn't shoot him. He's fucking godlike, totally best spy in the game easily. With the Ambassador, I'm not sure how good he was with stabs because he didn't even need to get close to me. He fucking killed everything. He thinks that it didn't need a nerf, had no issues with sniping people across the map, and he meant that that lifted the skill ceiling of Spy, being able to shoot people across the map, and made it more in-depth of a class because it requires aim and only aim to do so. And now thinks the Ambassador is now unusable as it's being over-nerfed, and I do think it's over-nerfed. He just wants the range increased, which is understandable. Thinks that the notion of Sniper being a long-range class and Spy being a sneak class is misguided, because there's a lot of classes that are able to switch their playstyles with unlocks and do things they shouldn't be able to do. And the argument is that Demo can be a melee class, so as a Demo man, you can give up the ability to be effective against anybody, to be shit at everything. So that's an argument. And then Sniper can be close range with the Huntsman with a projectile that doesn't one-shot overhealed heavies. And also Engineers can use the Gunslinger and have mini-sentries and be at the front lines. Somehow justifies the Ambassador being able to headshot people for 102 damage across the map. Despite the fact that if the Engineer didn't have the Gunslinger, he would be useless because he has to spend around 20 to 30 seconds to build a level 3 wherever he is. So I don't think that's fair. And he thinks it's dumb to limit the Spy to a close range class. Because he feels like with the... Like, if you don't do it, it adds a lot of depth to the class with the Ambassador and Deadringer, so... I'm really confused. I tried to construct the things because he worded it really weirdly, but I think I got the hang of it. So then we had Stabby. I couldn't find any reasoning. He just stopped because he can't snipe people across the map. And then we had Sir Stranger, or Sir Stanger. I forgot. I'm sorry if I keep getting your names wrong. His argument was, I never saw anyone complaining about the Ambassador being OP, and I'm not good with the Ambassador being OP. And since it takes a long time to master, it's not OP. One thing that I kept hammering about for ages was that the sniper scope canceling jitter fuck you ruined snipers versus sniper battles, and this fixed it. And also the crouch jump jitter, you know when you jump and you hit crouch and your character goes like this instantly? Yeah, that's totally broken, but nobody complains about it. In fact, the competitive players use it fucking all the time as a feature. So yeah, the key aspect of a sniper, if you think Spy is able to should snipe, even though I was very clear about that earlier. Sniper inserts a vulnerable stage whenever he's sniping, all right? So Spy doesn't, or didn't. He was just as agile and could do whatever he wanted at long range. So with that out of the way, and a lot of the ruffles jamming, let's go and look at, 12 minutes in. Let's go and look at some demos that you guys submitted. I'm sorry for taking this long. I just thought it was important to do so now that we have done this. And we're going to look at how you use the current Ambassador, because if you used it like you did the old Ambassador, you're going to have a bad time. Because you can't use it like that anymore, you know? It's like the Iron Curtain when it didn't have any switch speed. Nobody remembers that, no? All right. So this is going to be Rob San taking us out here on Payload Upboard. It is going to be showing us a great example of the Ambassador. Now, the Ambassador is still very hard to use, and is only usable in some situations. So you see another Spy crawl around here, and he looks up and sees this. So you get a zone a lot better now. And keep in mind, this is a lot harder to use than it before. But here, we see a great example of the Ambassador. So he has this, like this demo man. And we got people pushing the cart, and he's looking around, and he sees an opening. Gets the headshot on this demo that it was under 102 life. And I think this is the key factor to using this Ambassador. It's only good if you're within range and the target you're shooting has 102 health or less, or like close enough for you to like get a couple of shots off, like 1 or 2 kill, because you can 2-shot some classes. And then he uses the knife, which a lot of the people making arguments for the Ambassador nerf hardly use. And then he goes to the side here. He's also using the bicycle because that thing is actually bullshit. So check my spreadsheet on why that is. Then he just goes down, passes a little sapper, sees a soldier. How much health did he have? 116. So even if he lands the headshot, he wouldn't have killed him. But the soldier killed him regardless. So Spy is the weakest class because you're not supposed to play him all the time. Which is what I feel like a big fault of Highlander is, because you always have the weakest class in the game all the time, and you're always expecting him. And the reason you don't see him much in the 6s is because there's too few players because Spy thrives off chaos when there's tons of shit happening. So this is Robson again, and then he gets a 54 headshot across that. So that's like a little more than a body shot from a sniper. No scope body shot. And we're still here on Upward, and he's going to be running over here. He's using the Cloak and Dagger. And then he sees some guys. He sees some red health. 70. He had 74, did 75. You could say that shit was calculated. And then he's getting overconfident. He's gotten a couple of headshots, long range. The ambassador wouldn't be able to pull up these one shots and oh fuck, this is a sniper. Okay, the SMG, the ambassador's only weakness. And then he has to cloak and run away because he can't win. Like I said, weakest class in the game, such that like a pure DM, because you can't. If you meet people head on as a spy, you're doing it wrong. All right. So then he goes in and sees a soldier and lands a couple of headshots, but then gets killed again. And the soldier just goes. You thought you had the old ambassador when you didn't. If you had a dead ringer, might have been a different story. So there we saw some clear strength and weaknesses. The strength is close range, 102 damage. Dead, you don't have to be present to do the kill. You doesn't have to do the backstab. However, the new ambassador really, really forces you to use the knife a lot more to get the picks. And I know also Woolen talked a lot about this, but you would have a lot of these spies who practiced the ambassador would go around and be basically useless until they mastered the art of headshotting people with this combo. So moving on, this is going to be 300 IQ on a low populated server. Gates are about to open. The map is Badwater. And he's going to go in and do some runny runs. Okay. So then he's just going to run through this hallway. He's running the regular cloak, so that means he can pick up this health pack and get more cloak. Super pro tip. And then he's looking to get some kills, and there's actually nobody here. So now, all right. So, difficult situation with the ambassador. If we shoot the engineer, the sentry's going to shoot at us. Right? Yeah, we can just do that. Yeah, perfect. And then we have a sniper who hasn't seen us. And it goes for a double kill. I'm not sure if the revolver would have killed him faster there. And he gets a nice couple of headshots there. And then he misses a bunch of them. And I think if the old ambassador was present, this soldier would have died. But the soldier died regardless because he's using the Liberty Launcher. So he has no clue what he's doing. And now he's kind of overstepping his boundaries. And this pyro comes after him. But luckily he's not able to catch him because he outsmarted him with the use of a right click and running away while being invisible. So while the ambassador isn't as good as it should be, neither is the spy. There's a lot of spy that I want to see improvement, so help spy's kit. There seems to be a lot of focus on pure DPS and stuff that you can just measure with distance and damage and all that kind of stuff. I want to see more stuff that's harder to measure, such as like the possibility of something I mentioned many times, which is the spy walk, which is basically as a spy right now. If you disguise as a heavy, you will run at the speed of a heavy. And this is true for all classes except Scout. Because for some reason Valve said that medics and spies should run the same speed because 6s. But I would like to see the spy ability to hold down the button, and whenever he's disguised as a slow-moving class, he now moves faster. So that means that adds something to your kit in forms of deception, that you can be behind someone as a heavy, and you're like, oh, that's a heavy, he's slow, and then suddenly hit the button and you run spy speed and you run up and stab them. So that would be something that could definitely help in the terms of deception. It would definitely not be broken or anything, because all spies could do that, and you're only just running at the regular spy speed. So that's something, you know, other life, like quality of life choices that we can have. So 300 HQ hasn't really been doing that much because there isn't that much to do because the enemy team isn't that many and there's not a lot of stuff happening. So then he's gonna go in here and just look for some stuff, and there comes, 3 people. So let's go and stab him. There we go, trick stab easily. Stab this sniper. Like, stabs are just as good as before. And then he can run up and, you actually, that's a pretty impressive headshot. Pretty impressive headshot, and not as impressive regular shots followed up, but he does get the kill. Gotta run on the side here. And there you go. And I also wish they would fix the bug that if you disguise and cloak, the smoke disappears. Because right now, as a spy, if you disguise first and then you cloak, people will be able to see the smoke trail. And also another thing that sucks is that spy shows up with outlines. So if you're disguised near the enemy spawn, the enemy will see you through the wall, like wall hacks, and kill you. And I think they should make it so that if nobody's actively looking at the spy, he doesn't have the outline. Or his outline only displays if he is in clear vision, like you can't see the outline behind the walls, you can only see them in front of them. I do think that's also something that hurts spy, because spy thrives on being behind enemy lines, but it doesn't make sense that when a spy is disguised and being behind enemy lines, the enemy who spawns can just somehow see them. it would be the same as if you're a demo man and you manage to get all the way around to the enemy spawn, stick up the trap, and then some reason they can just see the stickies through the wall when they open up the door, and they just know that it's there. So I feel like that's also something that they should consider to make Spy a bit more viable. However, they shouldn't be buffing things like speed and power. They should be buffing utility, like giving him more kits. Like, we have these, you know, these wooden statues that he could set up, basically like a replacement for the sapper, and whenever it's set up, it makes the sentries shoot at the thing, so that makes him essentially sap the sentry without even being close to it, because it forces the target onto something else, like it would override whatever it shoots at, or something like that. Interesting stuff. Not as interesting as 300 IQ here of beating this map here, who's taking forever. Engineer is like, well, I'm gonna chase him, but first let me just check my Instagram messages. And then he gets a nice little headshot on him. There's nothing here, and here comes the scout. Gets him with the random crit. Destroyed. 300 IQ, you got wrecked. But we did see some nice spy plays. Use the ambassador. Might have been better results with the revolver. However, we know that the range and the scope of the ambassador is very limited, and we haven't had anyone figure out how to do this properly, because all you need now is some genius who's like, let me show you how you use the nerfed thing. So this is going to be Swissy, and he's going to be using the ambassador here with the regular knife and the normal cloak. He's going to be showing us a nice little strategy that you can do. So first, you drop down here and you go on the side. This is Sawmill, by the way, King of the Hill, a map that sucks. It's not symmetrical. Favoring the red team, obviously. And there you go. And this is something you can do. Butter knife, headshot, dead. The other spy stood no chance. There you go. So then he's going to go grab this. Of course, his teammate is capping. But he's not going to do that. He's going to go around the side here. Grab this health pack. And then, oh, the double level 1 sentries in places where they don't matter. So he just goes in, ruins that engineer's dream. And then the other engineer tries to get away. No point in sniping. Butter knife that. See a heavy, miss the headshots. Shoot between the legs. Butter knife him. And then the Dragon's Fury Pyro takes care of that action. Puts a sap on it, and he hasn't really been using this all too much. And then we have a Pyro with 18 health, so we can, at any point in time, just shoot. Whoop, missed. Shoot. Missed. We can just stab him. Yeah. And the Revenge Engineer's like, "Don't you stab my Pyro." So, butter knife, like if your butter knife fails out with the ambassador, bang, headshot, any class that has 125 health or less, dead in 2 shots. You can still do that before, you can still do that now. Pro tip. Okay, so moving up, we're gonna go and have a look at Alaressa, who is computer no longer lags, is what I wanted to say. So, he's gonna be using the kunai here on Swiftwater, as well as this. There we go. So this is what happened to a lot of spies who were mastering the ambassadors, that they wouldn't be doing spy stuff. They would just be standing around trying to get headshots, essentially being dead weight to their team. So by changing the range of the ambassador, they're kind of forcing your hand a bit to be like, well, you're not going to be useful at long range. You have to go in and do spy stuff. You know, like stab, sap, deception, not standing on the roof, because what you're doing now is...
It's called sniping. You're not supposed to do that. You're the wrong class, idiot.
Said GPS in a very loud tone. So still is like, oh yeah, all right, well, this hasn't been very effective. Why don't we just go in and do spy stuff like stab? We have the kunai. Of course, it would make sense that we stab people to get that additional health. It wouldn't make sense to have less health and stand at a distance and shoot. So with 4 health remaining, Larissa goes on a quest to find a moving health pack, which is anyone you can stab this back into. So he's looking around using the motion tracker, the cloak and dagger. There you go, picking that up. That was a soldier. And witness the power of the bullets that... Fuck. There we go. Knife. Nice. Oh, another devil man. Oh, getting the health back. You see how easy and more reliable that was? And more spy. Nice. Oh, heavy. Big health pack. Nice. Going around over here. Oh, pyro! Shit! Cloak and run away! Just keep in mind that being invisible prevents the afterburn from lasting too long. And there we go. Alright. Just gonna go a bit down here again, see what we can do. Oh, that's another sniper, spy who fired enough the air. Maybe we're here, maybe we're not. Oh, there's a sniper. Ooh, gotta be careful. We can hear sentries, so it might be a good idea to sap those so we can see that the enemy team is just observing for now. Choosing when to strike, and here comes the distraction and the heavy looked right at her when he was gonna stab. But there we go, taking out the stab. Because keep in mind, in order for you to do anything as spy, you need a distraction of your teammates, and the best classes to prevent or to give distractions, I would say, is the demo man. Because when you play against the demo man, you're very focused on not working into projectiles and stuff like that. So you will be more focused on the demo man than things behind you. If you're being shot at by other classes, you might check your back more. But definitely demo man, I would say, is the best spy helper, or the best class for spy to help, because people will try to run in predictable lines to not get shot. And speaking of getting shot, let's miss all of them. Fuck. Damn it. Alright, well, time to move upstairs. And we won! We did stuff, despite the... Oh. You can see the reason why they won is because the sentry didn't actually cover the tracks. It was just kind of there. Much like LRS in the beginning, standing back on the tracks and trying to headshot people. It's just present. Didn't really do anything. Right. So moving on, we're going to look at cat eyes and how to achieve nothing as a spy. Because it's very hard to achieve stuff. We all know that. We all strive to achieve things, but if we can't do it, it's very difficult. So here he is on Gully Wash. Team just attempted to push stuff, but oh, gets a nice little headshot on the scout that had 50 health. Saving his teams the use of a rocket. So he's gonna go over here into this dispenser area. And then he has my favorite knife that I'm not gonna use, which is the bot killer knives. They're so cool the way they talk. And then he realized that he can just shoot the spy down, or the scout with low health, because that's also a thing spy can do. You can see the enemy health, so you can actually calculate how much damage you can do. A nice little headshot, and then a roller from the demo kills the sniper. But he's still here. And there's another sniper. Is he a threat? Let's take him out. Not gonna have any chances, just stab him. And now is the time to go down and look at this pyro with the red health. That's gonna run into a friendly pyro, steal that kill, run into a soldier, fake our death, and immediately decloak in the same spot. Keep in mind, we haven't even been out of the battlements yet. This soldier, not really a concern, because we need to figure out what the enemy has that's preventing our team from capping. Maybe a sentry, maybe something else. No, they can just go whenever they want to. Seize a medic, this is a good play. But first, let's go for the ammo pack. Let's not get that guy, and then miss the stab and use the dead ringer and fake our death. And now would be a great time to just run back into spawn, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go to the low ground where we have the worst possible outcome, and against soldiers who are good at shooting down. But luckily the soldier has fucked off, so we're just gonna keep running up there. Oh no, there he is again. And we're gonna reveal ourselves instantly and try to snipe him at this distance, and we're basically wall decorations at that point. A wall decorations that can do maybe 102 damage, maybe, if we're lucky. So far we can see that Cat Eyes hasn't really done shit. He's been out of the battlements once. He's not done much spy stuff. He's just been shooting people with the revolver or the ambassador and not been very effective. There's the medic again. Of course, he runs up to him, and he's now very weak, and he has to retreat. No, he's not going to retreat. He's actually going to... Yep, he's going to retreat. He's going to grab this health back, and now the enemy team is capping the point. And what will we do to assist the enemy to stop the team from capping? We will hang around here even more, because this is our favorite place to be. We're not going to go and check what they have. We're just going to headshot that spy. We could go out to the battlements at any point in time to see what they have. This is a sniper that we missed a headshot on, and then the scout comes, and then, well, fuck, we're so low. We got a pyro! Shit, and we're on fire. Gotta keep hanging around here, because God knows we're accomplishing our life's goal at this very moment. And yet, we're going to stay here again. Maybe we'll lucky run into that soldier again. Maybe this... Oh, there's a pyro! Shit! God! Ugh! The ambassador sucks! The ambassador sucks so bad! It's so bad. I don't understand. God, it's so bad. If only I could do 102 damage. the times I hit the people, then it would be better. Yes. Cat eyes. Fucking disrupt the enemy team someplace. Just fucking don't hang around in the lobby where they can spot you and you have no way to escape. God. So this is gonna be Jesse McSpee. I'm not sure. He's probably fake nicking, but he's running around here. It's gonna show us some of the strengths with the ambassador right now. So right now it's not really doing that much, but keep in mind this demo man, you know, is a melee class, and you can see that he absolutely sucks against everything that isn't a vaccinated player that don't know what they're doing. And then he eats a reflected rocket. Looking around, and what was that? Did we hear a sniper shot? Oh, is that a Razorback? It is. That means you will never get any heals, and you'll die to 2 shots! Probably the primary usage, because snipers no longer can get overhealed. This is now anti-Razorback snipers. And we all know how good the Razorback was in Highlander only. Pretty much sucked super hard everywhere, and now it sucks hard in Highlander too. The way that not being overhealed and stunts, like disables a class from doing their bonus on you completely, sucks. So I would have liked to see a more elegant solution to that problem for Spy. Maybe you could make it so that the ambassador removes overheal on headshots. That could be an interesting thing. Like it will remove overheal and 102 damage more, possibly, something like that. Could be an interesting mechanic, you know. Would be great for just supporting your team, taking off that additional health. I wouldn't mind seeing that because it's hard to pull off. You could even do that at longer range. You know, that would be cool, right? So we saw DSR Jesse McSpee with the 102 headshots on the snipers. So as a sniper, you could either use the Razorback, Girardi, or SMG. That's like the 3 choices you have. But you actually just use Girardi or SMG. That's the 2 choices you have. Everything else is just fucking garbage. But yeah, that's like the ambassador is now officially the counter to the Razorback. And no amount of medic overheal is going to do that. And actually, I don't think you can. You don't actually build any faster by healing a Razorback sniper anyway. So as a sniper, if you hated snipers as a medic, you can hate them even more now that your gun hates them too. So this is going to be a Kokelbag, and he's going to be able to not do so much. Not because he's being like Cat Eyes and just standing in the wrong spot. It's just because he has no team to support. Because if you look at the Spy class, it says support. So you're supposed to support people. And what happens with supports, if you have too many of them, is that your team starts to suck. So then the enemy team just attacks at any point in time, and you can see that there isn't a lot of red. Or blue, for that matter. Here they come. Engineer coming out. He's disguising as the engineer. And the soldier has been on the roundabout trip to their spawn. Goes in. A bit slow on the sap there. Team dies. He gets the stab on one of the engineers. Of course, the map is Dust Bowl. We've had some operations here. Operation Dust Bowl was very successful. Check it out. But then he stands here, and he's also using the motion, or the cloak and dagger. So motion is what drains his thing, so he can just stay here invisible forever. Which is what you can do. And you can see, team is present, tons of power, heavies and demos and stuff. There's a dispenser. He's just checking out and see what's up. That's probably a spy in the corner, that pyro. So yeah, we know what's up. So now, for any of you that's doesn't really know strategy, a common strategy of any team in Team Fortress 2 is to attack the enemy team into their spawn and die. So you can see the one's defense that was once here is now dead because the heavy wandered off into the enemy spawn and died. The demo man got stabbed and the medic got chased away by a spy. So now we're here by ourselves, and we can see that neither team is occupying this space. Oh, there's a scout who gets obliterated by a sentry. He comes flying back. There he is. This is his burning corpse. And oh, there's a lot of blue here. All right, so okay, time to move. There we have the sniper with the Razorback. We're good against that right now. Fuck. Wait, fuck, yes, shit, fuck, yes, okay, got him. He spent a lot of bullets there. Our aim's not perfect. Oh, the level 3's back. An Uber popped, shit. Stab, and oh fuck, I got spotted. And they're capping the point. And there's no red. Red is dead. I repeat, red is dead. So he's just waiting for his cloak meter to go up. Keep in mind, if you're uncloaked, you can pick up ammo. There's that sniper again. He's not really the threat, is it? So he's a bit, he probably would have been able to get 1 or 2 picks, and then he would have died. Just gonna go in and ignore this demo man. It's not gonna go for this. And gets body blocked by this engineer. Misses the headshot. Oh no! Oh no, this is disastrous. The engineer tries to wrangle him, but he realizes you can't shoot with the wrangler unless there's a gun. And then he almost gets hit by this demo man. And they're capping the last point. Cokelbag! Cokelbag, you have to stop him! Oh. Did he pull a cat ice? Did he just stand there? One problem that I have with spies is that when I'm playing spies, that I constantly overestimate my own or the enemy's abilities. I always give them a lot more credit than what they're due. Because keep in mind, if it acts like a spy, moves like a spy, it's your teammate. So this is Cokelbag once again back on Dust Bowl. He's gonna be sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. You can see he's just running away up there, and there's a sniper. Oh, gotta recharge that thing, and he's wearing the Razorback. You know what that means? We can bang. So fuck, shit. The butter knife, yeah. Oh, pyro. Is that a spy? Yeah, that's a spy. Okay, witness. Headshot. Missed. Oh, fuck, I missed. Yeah. I like how the other spy was like, fuck it, I can't hit anything with this revolver either. Let's use the knife. And then he goes, stabs this guy who's looking at the sky. And he's gonna go around the side and oh! So we've seen the varying levels of skill with the ambassador. Even at the closer range, the second bullet might just fucking go whatever it wants to. And with spy, there's a lot of curvage of the bullets. That sometimes you shoot people, you put them in the crosshair, you just miss a lot. So this is gonna be me. I'm gonna be finishing off here with a couple of demos of myself that I recorded earlier this week. So I'm using what most people have been using, this, and I'm trying like, yeah, I'm gonna try a couple of headshots, and if I can't do it, fuck it, I'll just get close. Similar to the mentality of using the crossbow with the medic. We see a lot of medic using the crossbow way too much. I would just say, use it once. If you can't hit, run up and heal him. Or twice, if the distance is great. So here we encounter a situation where I've been spotted, I've been taken hit. You can see that there's a sniper right here. And we can hear pyro. Yeah, this soldier has seen me, right? So I've taken this damage. So let's observe the wonders of this. So we have this guy. 102. 3 dead. All right, so what I could have done, I mean, I could have just ran up and stabbed him. Or shot him with a revolver, for that matter. Maybe I wouldn't have hit all the shots. But I would then be in that corner. That soldier would be on my ass, and I would be dead, most likely. So I'm not sure if you would have been able to two-shot at the engineer from that distance with the revolver. But I allowed to get, I got the kill and I got away, and here we have another sniper, so we're just gonna follow him. And he doesn't stop, so we get this guy, easy kill. I'm not gonna spend any additional time not stabbing when I can do that. So here we have a little fortified position here. And then we barely missed the headshot on the pyro. He would have died if I hit it. And then maybe he wouldn't have been able to help his team sort out my sappage as easily. So this one is funny. Hit reg in this game is also very rewarding because sometimes you hit and you miss, and sometimes you miss completely. And it's like, oh, headshot! You totally got the headshot. And this is one of those occasions. So we're still on Gully Watch. Gonna be running around here trying to hit that pyro. Can't do it. So now I'm gonna try and use the health pack. Keep in mind, vanishing health pack means there's a spy. We're gonna witness the most unlucky engineer in the world. And he's like, yep, that's my sentry. And then I get a double kill, and look at this demo. 93 health. Oh, one single bullet. I don't have to stay there longer, because keep in mind, one bullet is faster than 2 or 3. And then we have the sniper. And witness. I'm gonna slow it down to even more. Okay, that's very slow. There we go. Witness the power of headshots. Okay. Shot you in the gut. Oh, oh shit. a skill-based weapon. Headshot. Good. That's great. All right, so we're gonna move on to the second to last. Wow, it's been a long episode. That's good. Upward is a place where a lot of people spend their time. It's a good map and fun and stuff. So here we are, running out. So the accuracy of the MB should be a lot better than what it is. It's a weapon that's supposed to reward you for precision, but kind of doesn't. So we just killed the sniper, and of course, if you're ever going on a spy hunt, spies are most likely down here, so shoot the ammo pack to get them. And we're gonna go around the side. So what I would like to see for the ambassador change, I was gonna mention this at the end, but I do think having it be 100% accurate with every single shot would be a great way to deal with how it is, so just remove the slower firing speed. Because right now it's not good compared to the revolver. Because it's supposed to reward you with accuracy, but you can't be accurate with it. So, this is a finale. And witness the utmost spy mind games when you trick a medic to heal you and everything goes your way. So we're just dead and now we're started. Alright, we're gonna go on to approach the middle point and see what we can do. So let's go around the side here. There we have the medic. Yeah, okay, fire up. Oh, 36 headshot. Oh, no, not gonna have it. Oh, nope. Okay, someone else took care of that. Easy. You took my health back, you little cunt. But that's okay. I'll just grab this little health back here. Oh, medic here. Okay. I'm now disguised as a demo man. He's not here. I have low health. I'm gonna get the medic to heal me. Isn't that smart? The medic is gonna heal me. All right. And then I'm gonna be checked. All right. Call medic.
Mission ends in 6.
He didn't think he brought enough body bags. Well. The ambassador, Jesus, it's not good. But spy's not supposed to be a sniper, so I like the change, but they should alter it so it's actually good for those who can pull off their precision shots. Because right now, with the current stats, it's absolutely got over-nerfed. I absolutely agree with that, but I don't agree with spies. The skill ceiling is high when I can shoot you across the map and not use movement to incorporate that. So it's like less damage and slower firing speed and crits on headshot. However, it doesn't say that. It just says crits on headshot, but it's actually the crit on the first headshot and then cooldown. So there's actually a discrepancy because it actually doesn't say that it's not every shot. So either they could make it so you can headshot on every headshot or turn up the firing rate or something like that. I wouldn't mind seeing how it headshots on every shot, even with the spray. Or you can just make it like the sniper rifle, so it always hits the center target, even though when you're just holding down the button, it shoots slower, it does more damage, but it's more precise, awarding you for aim, and allows you to do damage consistently at long range, even on body shots, that the revolver doesn't do. Problem solved, for anyone who agrees with me. Yes. So, I hope you guys agree with that statement, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. So next week we're gonna look at the second banana for the heavy, this item right here, this little banana. So the key is just to play as heavy, use the banana, whatever else you want to do. Whether you want to eat it or throw it to someone else, that's entirely up to you. So yeah, second banana. I'm gonna try this again. So be sure to subscribe and check out this video, or maybe even that video if you liked what you saw. So yes, I've been HiGPS. This has been wonderful. Be sure to check below in the description for a free raffle as well if you're here within the first 6 days.